서산 명월이 다 넘어가고 벽수 비풍 슬슬 부는데 새벽 종다리 우짖는 소리 아니 나듯 심정이 절로 난다. 주야 봉산 초문 날에 슬피 우는 저기로가 이내 간장성 눈에 보는 너는 너희 몰라주나. 밤새워 기다릴 때 새벽달이 지새는구나. 얼씨구 얼씨구 정말 좋구나. 아니 오지는 못하리라.
How to survive in Korea. Weddings. Step 0. Attire. As a guest, dress formal to business casual. Avoid wearing all white, shorts or going topless. Step 1. Arrival time. Arrive 30 minutes prior to the wedding ceremony. Too many cars, too many halls, too many people. There are many twists and turns. Take pictures and shake hands. And write your name vertically, not horizontally, in the guest book. Step 2. Or shibor. 50,000 won, 100,000 won, 150,000 won. Cash gifts are given in these units. Decide on the amount based on your relationship. Write your name vertically on the envelope. Step 3. Wedding etiquette. Fill up the front row. Guests have 3 duties to fulfill: clapping, cheering, and taking pictures. Step 4. Dining. Take off your jacket. This will be your seat from now on. Start with the not your everyday delicacies. Kobichip. Yes. Bosa. Yes. Chili shrimps. Definitely yes. Kimbap. Yeah. Only if you can't live without it. No need to pile up food. You have more than one opportunity. Did you survive the wedding? Wait. Did someone catch your eye? What are you waiting for? You're looking fine today.
안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Wednesday's edition of The Culture Wave. I'm Kwon Soo-ah in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-art, K-dance, K-everything. And joining me today is our co-host Walter Lee. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and hello to our viewers at home. Walter Lee here to fill you in with the latest K-entertainment news.
Walter, I know that you love to listen to K-pop.
Of course.
But do you also like to dance to K-pop music?
Not in public, no. No. At home, of course, with my daughter, but definitely I would not be caught in public dancing. How about you, Soa?
Well, I like to dance everywhere around, even in the office. But
yes.
Our K-correspondent today, who's connecting from Kazakhstan, he really knows how to dance to K-pop dance.
Yes, he does
and
indeed.
That's coming up in the latter part of the program. But first, of course, it's Walter time.
Yes, indeed.
So let's start with K-entertainment news, and let's talk about a K-drama series that is cooking up a storm.
It is indeed. So TVN's Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, or 볶음내 셰프, has topped Netflix's global non-English TV rankings for the second week in a row. Now, the series drew roughly around 6.5 million views last week, securing the #1 spot among non-English shows and ranking first in 23 countries. This is including Peru, Venezuela, Japan, and also Saudi Arabia. Now, based on a popular web novel called Surviving as Yeon Sang-gun's Chef, the show is a fantasy period drama about modern-day chef Yong Ji-young, played by Girls' Generation Yuna or Im Yuna, who unexpectedly travels through time into the past of the Joseon dynasty and must present a new dish every day to the food-loving tyrant Lee Hon, played by Lee Jae-min. Now, the 12-episode drama is approaching its finale, with episodes 11 and 12 scheduled to air on September 27th and 28th, but that doesn't mean you can go back and start all the way from this episode 1 and just binge your way through to the end.
Well, bon appetit, and I have to say Yuna has been pretty busy, also with pretty crazy.
Yes, indeed.
And it's really great to see her talent shine on the screen.
Yes.
And now we're going to talk about the rookie boy group Cortez. What do you have?
Yes, according to Billboard's latest album chart released Wednesday local time, Cortez's debut album, Color Outside the Lines, which dropped on September 8th, not too long ago, landed at number 15 on the Billboard 200. Now, this marks the highest ranking achieved by any K-pop boy group to debut since 2021, a title that was previously held by Zero Base One, whose first full-length album, Never Say Never, peaked at number 23. But among all K-pop groups, the record for the highest debut album ranking on the Billboard 200 is actually held by SM Entertainment's Super M, who topped the chart at number 1. You can't beat number 1, of course, with their self-titled album back in 2019. But there is a catch. Super M was a project group made of idols. There was members from EXO, SHINee, etc., who had already, made their debuts, which also gave them the nickname the Avengers of K-pop, so they're cheating a little bit. So congratulations to Cortez.
And I also heard that their album's intro track, Go, has topped the charts as well.
That's correct. So the Korea Apple's Music Top 100, today's hits chart, they topped at number 1.
Well, good news for Cortez. And now let's talk about the BTS news, but on the big screen.
Indeed. So running from September 23rd, so as of yesterday of this time of recording, to October 21st, the BTS Movie Weeks exhibition takes place at Megabox COEX in Gangnam, Seoul. The exhibition is an offline event held alongside BTS's Movie Weeks, which screens 4 of BTS's most iconic concert performances in newly remastered 4K versions shown in theaters for the first time. Now, visitors to the exhibition can explore a variety of interactive spaces, including a welcome zone, an army bomb display, which I hope is very safe, a poster recreation photo zone, a mingling area, of course. The event serves as a gathering place for fans to share their reactions after watching the concerts, participate in hands-on experiences, and obviously leave the messages of support for BTS themselves. Make sure you get down there. There's plenty of time, and you can leave your loving messages to the boys because they will be back very, very soon.
Right. Sounds like a lot of fun for our Army out there before their comeback. And thank you very much, Walter, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And now it's time for our AI news anchor, Ari, for more on the culture front. Ari?
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. In celebration of the upcoming Chuseok, one of Korea's 3 major traditional holidays, Seoul's main palaces, shrines, and royal tombs will be open to the public for free. From October 3rd to 9th, Gyeongbokgung, Changdeokgung, Deoksugung, and Changgyeongung palaces, along with Jongmyo Shrine and the Joseon royal tombs, will waive admission fees. Jongmyo, which normally requires reservations, will be open for visitors to explore freely during the holiday. An admission fee for the secret garden of Changdeokgung remains in place. The government will redistribute unused discount vouchers for performances and exhibitions issued during the first round of its program to encourage more cultural participation. The Culture Ministry will release 360,000 additional performance discount coupons and over 1.3 million exhibition coupons from 2 p.m. on Thursday. The vouchers can be downloaded every Thursday until the first week of December, offering discounts of 10,000 won for performances and 3,000 won for exhibitions. The Jeongseon Arirang Festival, Jeongseon County's flagship cultural event, will take place from Thursday through Sunday this week. Celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, the festival carries the theme, Jeongseon Arirang, Embracing the World, highlighting the festival's historical significance and its legacy for future generations. The opening day will feature a variety of performances and a street parade, bringing together artists, residents, and tourists to fill the town with the traditional Korean spirit of Arirang. The festival will also offer academic forums, immersive experiences, and a local product market, providing visitors with a rich array of activities and attractions. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
An art prize that has become a stage for Korea's most thought-provoking artists is back this year, with works that blur the lines between sound, superstition, tradition, and technology. Our news features reporter Byun Ye-young has more.
A faint siren echoes through a darkened room. It isn't an emergency, but an artwork. Elsewhere, an empty grave takes shape in a multimedia installation. Various forms of folding screens are reassembled into sculptural landscapes. Just a few steps away, stones splattered with ketchup that trick artificial intelligence into thinking they're hot dogs. This is the Korea Artist Prize 2025, now open at the Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Seoul. Since its launch in 2012, the annual prize has become one of the most influential platforms for contemporary art in Korea. These works may look very different, but they share the same question. How do we make the invisible visible? That's the heart of Korea Artist Prize 2025. This year's featured artists Kim Young-eun, Lee Myung-ju, Kim Ji-pyong, and the collective Unmake Lab unveil 4 vastly different worlds. While the exhibition wasn't conceived with a single theme in mind, curators later found a striking commonality. All 4 artists, in their own way, are engaged in probing hidden histories, beliefs, and perceptions that slip past everyday attention.
The artists here are all incredibly imaginative, and the messages in their works are very distinct. It's hard to put into words, but the way the artist captures subtle details through their own perspective and weaves them into the work felt truly special.
Kim Young-eun transforms sound into political memory, reconstructing the sirens of the post-war era into a meditation on how sound shape history. Lee Myung-ju builds an empty grave inspired by the Korean kamyo custom, fusing superstition with virtual reality to ask how belief takes form in an age of science. Kim Ji-pyong interprets techniques found in 동양화 or traditional Eastern paintings and revitalizes East Asian traditions with aspects found in East Asian myths. An Unmake Lab turns humor into critique, flipping the logic of AI to show how fragile the line is between human perception and machine prediction.
Through these artists, if you take a closer look at the senses you might usually overlook, things that may be around you, but you've never really thought about, I think the exhibition will feel all the more engaging.
The exhibition runs through February, with one final winner to be named in January. But beyond the prize itself, it's an invitation for audiences to step into shifting landscapes, where history, myth, and technology overlap in unexpected ways. Hyunyeong, Arirang News.
An overseas survey on the status of Hallyu shows that 97.7% of people in Kazakhstan are aware of the country Korea. While South Korea and Kazakhstan share strong diplomatic ties and are deeply connected by historical roots, for the younger generation, it's K-pop and K-dramas that are making a huge impact these days. How? Let's find out with our K-correspondent Daniel Bumurzayev, the president of YBS, a K-pop cover dance club at Nazarbayev University. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Daniel.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your invitation.
Thank you for joining us on the Culture Wave. So could you please introduce yourself to our viewers as well as your K-pop cover dance club?
Yes, of course. I'm a fourth-year student at Nazarbayev University. I am majoring in world languages, literature, and linguistics. I joined YBS when I just came to this university as a freshman, and even though I was not deeply into K-pop, I was still motivated by how united the performances look and the opportunity to be on stage, like on those videos you're watching right now. And since then, YBS and K-pop cover dance itself became really major parts of my life. And the YBS stands for Your Best Stage. It's as a club itself was founded nearly 10 years ago, long before I joined. And what we have now in YBS is a joint effort of multiple generations. Yeah.
Now, Daniel, you are an exceptionally talented person from what I hear, and I've seen, of course. I heard you produce your own K-pop musicals, and not only that, you're involved in, obviously, the singing and dancing of K-pop, but not just that, script writing and also costume design. I mean, you are very, very talented for such a young man. Tell us more about your activities.
The main activity, the main thing that we do in the club is that we conduct annual grand concerts and within the Nazarbayev University. And up till now, YBS records like 8 concerts in 11 years of being present. And these concerts are actually in format of musicals. K-pop dance performances, they are connected and linked with scripts, with some sort of a story. And we had concerts in various genres. And for example, in 2022, we had Almost Paradise, which referenced a popular K-drama in Kazakhstan, Korean drama Boys Over Flowers. And it was like a romance story. In 2023, we referenced like a Mouse, and it was like a dark detective with plot twists. And in the most recent one, the 2025 concert, we referenced Sweet Home and All of Us Are Dead, and it was like in genre of a horror story. And but the exceptional case is what stands out in all of the concerts was our anniversary concert in 2024 called Your Best Stage, the script of this concert was like 100% crafted by our own members, and like while we're referencing, while we are being inspired by other like K-dramas in other years, that year we were inspired just by the history of the club, and it was about the club, and therefore like 100% original story. Yes, and what about the costumes? What about like designing our own outfits? It's actually, I think, one of the basic things what K-pop dancers do. And you see that idols, they are dressed in a way that suits their concepts, suits their song concepts and their like personal style. And same thing as idols do. We try to make a good impression, not only by our dances, not only by our skills, but with our outfits, with how we look too. And actually, like we use like a tailoring services for some of our performances. For example, we ordered a tailoring service for hanboks and personalized formal suits for each dancer.
Wow, Daniel, that sounds fascinating. Probably you split up the roles in your team to do all of that. And just looking at your video, it just looks like a K-pop group on stage because of all the authentic costumes and all of that. That's really impressive. And what's also impressive is just a few days ago, you also took part in a contest, a K-pop cover dance contest. How was that experience? Probably not the first one, but how was this latest contest?
Yeah, that was really awesome. Yeah, I had a chance to spectate other contestants, and I just knew by looking at them that K-pop cover dance in Kazakhstan is right now at another level. And I'm glad to say that many people, they are just not only showing their skills, they are not just trying to win some contest, but actually enjoying the stage, and they're being passionate about their craft. And I was really inspired by them. They are my fellow dancers. We know each other for a couple of years, and sharing the stage as competitors is really a good thing for me. Yeah, I enjoyed being on the same stage with them. And of course, I'm thankful for Korean Cultural Center, as this is their actually second championship this year. and the dance festivals they are hosting, like they're making a really amazing job by providing us such an opportunity.
And I really want to know, what do you think and why do you think K-pop is so special to you? K-pop dance, should I say?
Yeah, well, as I said before, I was not familiar with K-pop before coming to this club, and what I understood in those like three years is that well, K-pop is actually a, how to say, it's not a style, yeah, but K-pop is not like limiting you to a certain genres, to certain styles of dance. So you can actually try a whole spectrum of dance styles and express yourself in so many different ways. And with the outfits too, like you can just style, you can just like try something new, step out of your comfort zone and like try different styles, try to find yourself. And I think that's the like the major special thing that I like about K-pop and why I'm continuing to do this.
And Daniel, I read something interesting that young people, mainly in their 20s in Kazakhstan, that they are gaining confidence from K-pop and K-dramas, and that the messages that K-pop groups such as BTS and Blackpink convey through their songs, that this has a huge impact on the young people in Kazakhstan. Do you agree with this?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I think yeah, K-pop and K-dramas, they well, from what I perceive, from like what I see within my friends, with the local young adults in their 20s, they actually build up their confidence and like they shape their identity. Even not only young adults, even maybe someone who is in their 30s and still listen to K-pop, because it's just so addictive and it's just like it's so helpful to build this confidence, inner confidence in within the person. And for example, you mentioned BTS and Blackpink, actually like two very separate, two very distinct groups with their concepts, with what they promote. For example, BTS is more about like spreading love and like resilience, and the Blackpink, they like force empowerment, like this, you know, the being powerful person. And I think, yeah, young people just find this motivating, and like being like your idol, like following what your idol says is like I think just besides just enjoying the music casually, this impact that they provide idols, that's really good, and it's working for like building confidence.
Happy to hear that.
Exactly. And I'm sure YBS are making K-pop and all the K-pop dances more and more popular. But in Kazakhstan, who is currently the most popular K-pop star or act?
Oh, okay. So we have a lot of groups that are popular right now. I think within the dancers community, the most popular group might be 80s.
Oh.
Oh.
Because like their dance style, their dance practices, like it shows their skill, it shows the technique more. Yeah, and what can I say? I can say my favorites.
Your own favorite as well. Did you actually?
Yeah, but
Oh, continue, please.
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay, so I was just wondering very quickly, which dance did you actually perform during your contest?
Okay, we performed New Jeans ETA.
Oh.
We were 5 boys dancing to a girl group song which is a really rare occasion. Yeah, that's something like we decided to try out. As I said before, like stepping out of your comfort zone, and like I wouldn't say that it was hard, but that was like a very fun experience.
We can imagine. And last but not least, Daniel, what are your plans at YBS or your goals?
Yeah, so we are continuing doing the annual grand concerts. That's like the essence of our club. So we're preparing for our ninth concert. That will be by the end of this academic year in April. We are starting our preparations for that. And as this is my last year, probably, like I'm graduating next year, and my plans is to actually prepare the next generation who can sustain themselves, who can work like without like my help when I will leave, and just building this like a future generation of dancers, leaders, and people who can take the essence of our club, who can and take this and just pass down to the next generation.
Wow, sounds fantastic. And we wish you the best for your final year as well. Thank you very much, Daniel, for connecting with us today. It was a pleasure hearing about the passion towards K-pop and K-pop dance from a distant yet close country. Thank you again.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Sue.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to see you back here soon.
See you soon.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Please join us again tomorrow on Thursday at 2 p.m. Korea time, and maybe one day here in Korea.
천년을 이어온 우리의 지혜가 제천에서 다시 태어났어. 세대를 관통한 선조들의 건강 빅데이터. 빅데이터. 우리의 삶과 들에서 자란 천연물은 단순한 재료가 아니야. K-내추럴. 한국인의 정체성을 담은 바로 살아있는 역사지. 천년의 처방이 첨단 기술과 만나는 순간. 글로벌 천연물 시장의 중심 제천에서 2025년 9월 20일부터 10월 19일까지 천년의 지혜를 담은 미래를 만나봐.
gem in my bottle, no gem in my bottle. I got no gem in my bottle, nothing for me. No gem in my bottle. Me, we can if you love. Walk into fire in the sky of July. We can if you love like I love. Oh, roses are red, but my life is so every piece of you. So meet me at the a coffee shop. I ordered 7 coffees. You know all my ups and downs since 2015.
Gyeongju, a city that holds 1,000 years of history. The cherished values, preserved over time, have shaped who we are today. Now, through new encounters, we step into a better future. Sustainability, innovation. With the spirit of connection, a new millennium story begins. As APEC and Gyeongju come together. APEC meets Gyeongju.
We're here to bring a new type of news show.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day. We are News Generation.
Bringing news just for you is Wednesday, September 24th here in Seoul. I'm Lee Soo-jin, and this is News Generation. Joining us today is Julian.
Happy Wednesday.
Good to have you, and also Moonji's with us.
Good morning.
Good morning. And both are here to speak on behalf of people in their 20s and 30s. It's Wednesday, the middle of the week, and as we push through the midweek slump, some grab another cup of coffee, some scroll endlessly on their phones, and others look for the latest trends online to keep things interesting. And speaking of trends, it feels like every once in a while there's a new type of person that Gen Z and millennials latch onto and make go viral. And these trends don't just stay online either. They spill over into real conversations, dating culture, and even workplace chatter. So here's the question for today. So have you heard about this idea of performative males? Did you?
Yeah, I've heard of this performative males, which we refer to men who construct their personalities, preferences, and behaviors primarily to attract women's attention. A typical example might be someone, reading a philosophy books while listening to music with traditional wired earbuds and sipping a matcha. Filming this kind of curated aesthetic and sharing it on a social media has once sparked a major trend, especially on a global platform, TikTok.
Right, so what about you, Julian? Are you familiar with this term?
I would say I'm relatively familiar with this terminology. I've seen men dressed in this aesthetic, so I don't know, but for context, a performative male is basically a man who pretends to like certain things that are often considered girly just to get attention from girls. So for example, if a man doesn't genuinely enjoy matcha or labubus, but buys them because they're trendy and popular with girls, that is the quintessential performative male. So the goal is to basically look opposite of what a toxic male would be. Many social media videos showcase this performative male aesthetic, which usually includes baggy pants, cropped t-shirts, and a tote bag. But just because someone fits that aesthetic, you can't fully tell if that's their genuine sense of style or if it's really just performative. But I would say you can usually tell by having a conversation with them and see if they have a genuine interest on these trends and issues on feminism.
So I've also seen these competitions pop up on a lot of different college campuses, from UPenn to UNC, and online clips show contestants showing off books by women like Jane Austen, sporting tote bags and wired earbuds like Moonji and Julian mentioned, even sipping matcha lattes, and they're all part of this kind of performative male aesthetic. So to see just how over the top these trends have become, let's take a look at the screen to learn more. Every so often, a certain type of person takes the internet by storm. We've seen everything from the pick-me girl to the mob wife aesthetic to the so-called hot rodent boyfriend, and now the internet spotlight has shifted to a brand new figure. He's known as the performative male, a guy defined by his carefully curated display of sensitivity, intellect, and so-called wokeness, which often comes across as more show than substance. Today on News Generation, we dig into why this persona has gone viral and what it might be saying about the way society views masculinity.
as we just saw in the video, these competitions really highlight the extremes of the performative male trend, from carefully curated outfits to dramatic displays of wokeness and sensitivity. It's a world where every gesture, every accessory, even the choice of books or drinks becomes a way to signal a certain image to others. And as we mentioned at the start of the show, a performing male is someone who takes the things typically associated with women and queer culture and turns them into a kind of aesthetic more for show and social approval than genuine interest. So this makes me wonder, are there some traits of performing males that you actually enjoy or find interesting? Like, we mentioned matcha lattes or books by women writers. Or to put it more directly, would you ever consider yourself a performing male, Minju?
I say no, because I'm a book hater. If you ever catch me reading one, call the authorities because something has clearly gone wrong. And anyways, but I do love matcha, and I often wear wired earbuds just because simply I always forget to charge my Bluetooth ones. So probably one day, if I hold a book, anything but philosophy, at the cafe, sipping a matcha with my wired earbuds, probably could be a performative man, but at this point, I don't think I could call myself a performative male. Yeah.
So obviously, this is not just like bad traits as well.
No.
We're talking about some interesting traits like matcha lattes.
Yeah.
You're technically halfway there. So
yeah, I think I'm more than halfway. But if I could ever be, because I'm a very famous book hater among my friends, so probably I am just not born to be. But I will try one day. If you find me reading a book, then I'm being a performative male that day.
So we're talking about more of the cliche kind of stereotypes of the trend. But what about you, Julian?
This is a very good question, but to an extent, I do feel like we all are performative in a way, because I think we all just want to fit society's standards. And maybe I do fit the aesthetic a little bit, because I do love, just like what Munju said, I love drinking matcha lattes, and I do like to carry a tote bag around because it's convenient, especially when I live back home in LA. But in general, no, I wouldn't really necessarily consider myself to be a performative male. And my reason is mainly because I don't feel like I'm acting disingenuous to myself or changing my core values just to get other people's attentions. I do like to experiment, to try new things, to see what I'm interested in, but I think that's just part of being in our 20s, experimenting with our fashions, taste, and figuring out who we are and what we like. So I guess that's not exactly what performative is.
So I mean, there are certain traits associated with being a performing male that's not too bad. So what are some things that you think is more positive?
Something positive about performative males, I think that they actually really care about like their image and their fashion, and I think that is something that's good, because you want to present yourself in a more, I guess, nice way, and I think that's just something that is important to try to. Yeah.
So it seems like this trend has taken over college campuses in the US and social media feeds everywhere. So just how widespread has this trend really become, Julian?
Yeah, so it's become fairly widespread on social media. So for example, TikTok males tagged hashtag performative males have racked over 28 million views, while those tagged hashtag performative have surpassed 149 million views. So on TikTok and Instagram, a trend has emerged where performative males compete over those who have the most softer taste in music or who owns the most rarest tote bag. This aesthetic can also be spotted offline, especially on college campuses and in more urban, trendier neighborhoods. So for example, in Seattle's Capitol Hill, a well-known hip neighborhood, there's even a competition to see who can pull off the performative male look best, a take on the most popular US trend of hosting celebrity lookalike contests, which we'll discuss later.
So it's interesting how these trends turn everyday things like music taste and accessories into points of competitions. Like, who knew tote bags and playlists would be part of viral competitions? So since accessories play such a big role in this trend and businesses are quick to capitalize on it, how are fashion and lifestyle companies responding to the performative male phenomenon, Minju?
They are definitely responding to this trend. The fashion and publishing industries have increasingly launched, products targeting the performative male archetype, which are with the traits that we've discussed earlier. To complement this image of performative male, as you can see from our screen here, these brands kind of promote loose-fitting shorts or like oversized shirts or jackets, and minimalist, eco-friendly tote bags. And advertisements also feature sociology books, especially those on feminism ones, and analog hobby items like film cameras, which are all curated to appeal to performative males.
So what I personally find so amusing about this trend is that the props themselves aren't really bad. Like obviously philosophy books or feminist literature, things I feel like more men should read, and matcha is actually, we both mentioned, you guys are both matcha fans as well. So in a way, more power to them for bringing those into the spotlight. But if you were to, Minju, to enter a performative male competition, which of these props would you bring to these competitions?
I think I would bring eco-friendly tote bag, because I used to bring my bags with all the time, and I do have some of eco-friendly tote bags, so I think it's the easiest one that I could bring anytime. And I think that that kind of makes what a performative male look as a performative male, because males tend not to bring bags with them often, and so I think that's how performative males are not defined, but kind of majorly defined, so I think I'll bring the bag.
So a lot of men are going all out for these competitions, and to get a closer look at this viral trend, we'll be speaking with someone who actually has first-hand experience. A young person actually attended a performative male competition in the US and captured it on video. And that conversation is going to take place right after the break, so don't go anywhere.
NewsGen wants to hear from you. Go to YouTube and search out channel Arirang.